Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. So this is Saturday, July 24th, and this morning I put out a video as part of the Maker Mashup, which is hosted by Clover and Crown, and at least 4 of us, 2 participating and 2 playing along, did that Maker Mashup, and that was using specifically 8 items out of the July Bargain Bead Box. And several of them said it was a challenge, but I got inspired, and so I did those. And then I have some other stuff I have to do that's not jewelry, but I really wanted to, for the most part, finish this box so I can move on to other things. So I made 3 additional necklaces, another bracelet, and 2 more pair of earrings, and these are what they are. So let me go through them. This is kind of the order that I made them also. So, and I was going to do another pair of earrings to go with this, but I kind of just ran out of steam, quite honestly. Alright, so this one, it's just, I did use the tiger tail. I used 2 of the links. The chain was from a Bead Box Bargains back in last year, October, November, December time frame. So these are the star cut or English cut. What do they call them? English cut 10mm blue gold stone, which of course is man-made. These are 2 of the faceted 8mm rounds. And then I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the steel blue, pale steel blue shimmer 8mm crystal barrel beads. I did use 2 of the fancy oval tube beads, 2 out of 4 there on the necklace. And this light is gonna, there, ooh, not gonna show it good. There we go. Finally, and you can even see some sparkle in those English cut. They are gorgeous. I did use them all because we only got, how many of those? 10. Yeah, I used 6 of them on this necklace. And then I used the pendant as well, and the tiger tail, and some of the jump rings. Let's see how many. 1, 2, I used 4 here and here, and 2 more, 6 of them. Plus, I did bring in a lobster claw from my own stash, but 2 more jump rings, so 8 altogether. So that's the first piece, pretty much the way I normally do. This is something I would definitely wear, and it is, I forget now, hang on. I wanted to say 18, but it might be 20. Before the pendant, 8, 16, so let's say, yeah, so I'm going to say 18 plus the pendant, 18-inch plus the pendant. And then this is a 7-inch bracelet. I used the tiger tail. I did bring, I used my own crimp beads, and I used wire guardians on this, and also, did I use wire guardians on this? No, on this one I used the clamshells. So I actually put a crimp bead in there, crimped, and then use the clamshells to cover it from the kit. And on this one I didn't use the clamshells. I used wire guardians and my own crimp beads and crimped. And this toggle clasp came from, I'm gonna say Rings and Things. Yeah, I've had it in my stash for a while. Clasp toggle Bally Britannia pewter antique silver plated 20mm ring, 17mm bar. So their number would be 39167-AS, but I got it in 2014, so I don't know. And it says made in the USA, so I don't know if that's a but it's really pretty. And I thought, since the theme was summer nights, this kind of is like the stars or the sun, and it has sparkle in those beads, so I don't know, I just felt like it went, and it was the only one I had like that. So I used the last 2 ovals on the bracelet, and the last well, next to the last two. I used 2 more of the star cut, English cut, excuse me, and then these are all the faceted rounds. More of the shimmer things, which this time I put some of the bead caps on, which I hadn't used till now. So I put the bead caps on the blue steel, pale steel blue shimmer barrel beads. I think that came out really pretty. And I did use some of the silver spacer beads, just 2 right there. I don't like ending, unless it's part of a design somehow, I don't like ending with a metal bead right before a metal crimp. It's just a thing with me. I prefer to have a non-metal bead, and I have to cut that little tail a little better. A non-metal bead next to the crimp. So I put a silver spacer here, these last 2 beads, and then the crimp. So that's that. And then the earrings, I used the charms from the toggle class since we didn't use them before. The last 2, I believe, of the English cut, and 2 of the topaz bicones. Oops, something just fell. Alright, so let me lay them back down if I can get them right. Then the next one, I wanted to use these red glass beads, right? And I had all these bicones left, so I still have, well, I'll tell you at the end, but I'm pretty sure I have 6 blue sapphire beads left after these earrings and after this necklace. So I'm calling this my primary color, what do you call these things? Bead cluster, primary color bead cluster color block necklace. Long name for it. But you know, you've got red, blue, and yellow. Aren't they primary colors? I'm pretty sure, right? So I used the bead caps on the end of the reds. I have 9 beads here as a bead cluster, and then 7 the topaz here, and then there's 7 blue, 7 topaz, 7 blue, 7 of the silver, and 1 blue, because of that same thing I just mentioned to you. I don't like having a metal crimp next to a metal bead, so I put 1 more sapphire there, and I'm pretty sure this one is actually 18 inches as well. I don't know why I put wire guardians on the end here. Maybe that was not a good thing to do, because it seems to be getting twisted. I did use a wire guardian right onto the lobster claw. Here I used a wire guardian onto the jump ring for the lobster claw to connect to, and these are some of the 8mm faceted round gold stone beads, and I did use the metal spacers all throughout here. So basically what you do is you make tiny little bead dangles with the you can do a wire wrap, but I did not on these, and I did use the looper and close the loops on them, and you string them on the beading wire, and it makes like a little cluster. So it's my lucky 7 primary color block necklace, because I have 7, 7, 7, 7, and 7s in there. I think it kind of came out pretty, and not something I would have normally thought of, but I actually rather like it. So if any of you are elementary school teachers or something, this would be a good thing to teach your students primary colors, right? And maybe that's kindergarten, pre-K or something. I don't know what it would be, but yeah, there you have it. Pretty necklace. Now originally when I was doing this bead cluster, I did some of them in the sapphire with the steel spacer beads, but I didn't like how far they hung out. It didn't look clustery to me, so I removed them and added some that weren't with the steel beads, but I used those on this pair of earrings. So these 2 have the steel bead at the bottom and the sapphire at the top, and then the one from the middle, which hangs a little longer, oops, and falls off my hands, has the steel ball on the top. But when you lay them down, maybe they actually, all the 3 steel balls line up next to each other. So I thought that was kind of cool. I had not expected that. They don't exactly match, but line up, but they kind of do. And I did put them on with a jump ring because I had I don't know, I just thought it gave it more movement because the loops in this are a little thicker. So I did use some of the jump rings, 6 more of the jump rings there. And also to get this to lay right, I used 2 jump rings here. You could hook your element right onto your ear wire, but I didn't like that. I just don't think it had enough movement. And if you put just 1 jump ring on, your earring thing will be sideways. So to get it to lay frontward, you need to use 2. So that's those. And then this necklace, you know, in the first batch, which I'll link up here in an iCard somewhere, from the Maker Mashup, I used 2mm green leather cord, and I did not tell you where that was from. It was from jewelrymaker.com. But honestly, and I got that in 2015, and probably this one too. But you can get these in the States. Let's see, beadshop.com, Goody Beads, all kinds of places have leather cording now. And yeah, so that was 2mm, but I had the same color in 1mm. So what I did, and this is, you can see, is much thinner. I wasn't sure I had any claspy things like I did on the first one. But what I found out is, first of all, the 1mm fit through all these beads, and also I could take it through the little flower links like so. And originally I was going to have it be this way, but then it kind of goes in, you know, a little bit. So I decided I kind of like it showing on the front of the link, just going through there. And so yeah, I have, now this one's kind of tarnished. I'm gonna have to see if I can polish it up, and if not, I might have some silver patina I can put on there or something to brighten it up. I don't know. So I used, let's see, I used 1 on either end of those links, I mean, and then I used 4 in the middle on either side of these rectangle beads, which, by the way, are not true total rectangles. They kind of slope down on one side. All of them do. But I still like them a lot because I love the color. They called them turquoise. Where is it? Turquoise shimmer, but to me they're more of a teal shimmer. And these beads here were not from the kit. They were the only thing I used from the March Bargain Bead Box, which was called Spring Rain? No, Celtic Inspirations. I had not ever gotten around to doing much with that. You can see I have a whole bag of stuff here. And so I pulled them out because I thought they went really well with those rectangle beads. And then this chain is from jewelrymaker.com. It came in a kit like this. I have no clue whether they have anything like this or not, but this is the one. And the reason I pulled this out is because the shape kind of mirrors the 4-petal flower here. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, this is obviously not antique silver, but that's why I used that. And that is silver plated copper, made in India. Anyway, it was jewelrymaker.com, so I don't know if they still have anything like that, honestly. So that was bought back in a period of time when I was spending way too much money at jewelrymaker.com. It can be addictive. I did just use on that one of my own toggle class, one of the jump rings from the kit there. And how I finished the leather, after going through the last link here, I tried to get about 1 inch. They're not exactly the same. Well, they're pretty close. I just took a 22 gauge strip of wire and very, very difficultly wire wrapped around the leather, and then I snipped off one end, sort of like if you crimp and you snip off the crimp wire Yeah, that's what I did. So there's that necklace. So those are my last pieces from the July Bargain Bead Box. I hope you really liked them. If you want to see the other ones, there were also 3 necklaces, a bead-woven bracelet, and some earrings, and a ring, which I have here, but I'm going to take that ring apart, which means I will still have one more steel shimmer bead. And oh, to show you what I have left, it really is not much. I have some jump rings left. I have only, let's see, the steel spacer beads. I have 11 of those left. This is all, I'm going to caveat all this with unless something's on my floor, because I did drop a few things. I do have quite a number of the clamshell bead tips left, which I'll put in my stash. I have 6 sapphire bicones, which I'll use. I have 1 flower link, but it's tarnished so badly, I don't know if I'll keep it, actually. Anyway. And I have what they called crimp tubes, which are absolutely, in my opinion, not crimp tubes, and they're junk, no matter what you use them for. I'm going to throw them out, quite honestly. And I have some bead caps. I think I have 6 left out of 20 or something like that. Trying to see where they are on here. Yeah, we had 20 of them. I have 6 left. Those I'll keep because I like using bead caps. And that's it. That's what I have left. Oh, no, it isn't. I also have the stringing wire. Some of it fell down here. And I did use it on this one. A lot of it, the whole thing is strung. I used it on this one. I used it on the bracelet. And I was going to use it on this. I originally had this piece strung on the beading wire, and then when I realized I didn't, my options on this one were either to wire wrap each of these links here onto these flower links, because that was my design, flower link, rectangle, flower link, you know. And then either wire wrap each of these individually, or use the beading wire and string this piece and hook it onto the wire links here, crimp it onto here, and then have some chain or whatever. So that was another option which you could do, and I honestly I might go back to that, because I'm not sure I'm loving the way this lays, but I love the idea of doing something different. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. I'm done with the July Bargain Bead Box. I know a lot of people were having difficulties with this one. I hope my pieces were able to give you some inspiration. All I ask is that if you do copy a piece that I make, please give me some credit and help me grow my channel. I'm 3 away, last I looked, to 500. And I am going to do a small giveaway of beady goodness, not a big one, to just 1 winner. And then I'll do a bigger giveaway if I ever get to 1,000 subscribers. So help me get there. If you're not already subscribed, be sure to click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're sure when I upload in the future. All right, everyone, take care. Have a great day and a great weekend. Bye.